This is sort of like a last minute thing I'm gonna do on my car because I've been wanting to like lower this thing for so long, and it already has coilovers on it, as you can tell from the back end, but the front is still high as fuck. So I want to lower this, bro, because I'm tired of waiting. And look how it's kind of late. I mean, it depends how long this is gonna take me, but I'm gonna try this right now. So I'm gonna move the car over to a better spot and I'm gonna try this. Usual practice, nothing different. I didn't really think it'd be that dirty. It's extremely dirty. Oh, fuck! All right, so basically, when you're doing rear side, it's a lot easier, but you can use literally a piece of stick and just get a measurement. So here I have this stick. Let me grab this measurement stuff. You could grab like a tape measure or whatever you want. I'm broke, so I don't really have a tape measure. But here, let me get this. You measure a stick, however I'm gonna drop the back. So I just go use this, the bottom one that you loosen, use that as a way to hold this in place to see how much you want to drop. Right there. So that right there is my measurement. That's how much I want to drop, and I'm gonna use that 5 centimeters to tell me where I want to go to. So I'm gonna keep this for later, and I'm just gonna loosen, because I already loosened this. I'm gonna loosen this to the left with the bigger wrench, or the bigger whatever it's called, the bigger one, and you go left consistently enough till it goes all the way down here, and then I can stop, lower this down, tighten it, put the wheel back on, and see how it looks. Wrench or the other tool to go lower, so it's much easier to move it without this in the way. Only thing is, if you loosen it too much or go too low, you're gonna have a lot of preload on the car, so the springs are gonna bounce a lot. So that's when you're gonna lift this back up, tighten it again, and then start to loosen it again. But you're still gonna get a lot more down on the suspension doing it like this, and it's a lot easier. So anyone that doesn't know what preload is, an easy way to look at it is if you go too low on this like this, and it's easier, yes, to spin, and you can see it's obviously going down, but if you look at it, this is what preload is, and you do not want that because that's gonna mess up your stuff. So that's if you go too low. So that's why you gotta lift it back up all together. All right, so now we're on the left side of the rear, same thing, but you're gonna loosen this one. So you can take this one and the spring is gonna extend as much as it can. Before there's any preload, then you're gonna tighten it again and then start to lower it. All right, you can see it right here. Basically, this is in between a lot of the stuff of what I need to adjust into. I mean, for the most part, the only thing I need to adjust here is that. And this is all in the way. Yeah, it's a lot harder than the rear side, but it's just, all it is just extra time. So this one you're gonna use, the one with the curve, you're gonna put it in there, and you're gonna see this here. You just do slight movements. You try to fit it in, and you just make slight movements like that, and you keep doing that until you made a full rotation until this is loose. All right, so I just did it one more time and boom. I didn't even have to touch this. I didn't even have to touch that. Loosen this one a little higher and you start adjusting. So I just did a bunch of these. I don't know if it's gonna be low enough, but I feel pretty confident that it is low enough. So I'm just gonna put this back. Like I explained earlier, you're just gonna put this back. You wanna use the one with the curve. Move the brake lines. Do not want to damage brake lines, dude. That will be horrible and expensive. Just tighten it. And then just, if I can even drop this shit with one hand, can I do it? No. I need 2 hands for this shit. All right, took it off again. Now I'm gonna do this for 5 minutes. I'm gonna watch a video while I do it and just stay consistent to my turns for as long as I can. And we'll see how that goes. Fucking 5 days later, and we finally finished. Front end's a little higher because I don't want to be so completely back. Now, I don't even like the back end that much really right now. I'm debating on if I keep it or not. I've been going like the legal speed limit across these bumpy roads, and it hasn't been too bad, but it's just like scary because like, I'll show you why. Do you see how fucking low my exhaust is? Dude, I have to get a new exhaust, definitely. New rims for sure. I'm gonna probably get the DLC. I'm not gonna say yet. That's for the next video. New rims on this car. But besides that, really, I like how the car looks for the most part. I mean, obviously the back end is lower than the front, but that's mostly because the front end, I'm gonna get wheel spacers and new wheels. Back end, most likely I'm gonna lift it up and then get wheel spacers to match that, but it's not bad for sure. Be lower in the front, but it's just like if it's too much, it's just too much. And this is a good amount already. Like, I think the wheel's clearance, it does go under the wheel. The wheel goes up to the air, so it still clears it in. But yeah, it's not too bad. And I kind of like how the car looks. So that's pretty much everything. Yeah, that's it really. That's how you adjust coilovers on any car. So anyone that has a used car that they just bought with true coilovers, that's how you adjust them. It's actually not insanely hard, but it's just, if you don't know how to do it, it's a lot of work. After you change true coilovers, I'm not sure if every true coilover has this, but I'm sure it does. In your engine bay, you should see 2 spots in the front and the rear side, but I'll show you the rear side in a second. In the front, you should have these 2 right here, like this one right here and that right there. And if you're going lower, like something like this, you're most likely like gonna want to go fully stiff on the car. All that is basically the same thing as that side right over there. You're just gonna go fully stiff, which it tells you right here on them, depending on what you have or how old they are. It should tell you how many rotations stiff or left is, or I mean stiff or soft should be, so you can make your rotations on your own hand. What I would do personally, take both of them, put them both to soft fully until it like doesn't let you turn anymore, and then do how many times you want to go stiff. I would say, depending on how many you have, this has 16 different like turns that you can turn up to. I'm right now on 12 out of 16 for stiffness. So I'm not really explaining it correctly, but I just say like go more stiff if you're lower. I know this is a G37, so it might be different in your car, but you should remove the liner on here and on this side right here. And there should be a little tiny screw that you can unscrew. And your true coils or like the adjustments should be like right here, both sides. Do the same exact settings as the front, or go stiffer on the back if you're lower. Like, so like I'm lower, like I can show you right here. I'm lower on the back end than the front, so I have 12 out of 16, and I have, I think 14 out of 16 on the back. So it's just, I'm trying so it doesn't bounce so much and I don't break anything on the car. But it's up to you, but I'm just saying stiffness is definitely important if you're low on the car. And if you're obviously higher, softness, I guess that's what you want. But it just depends on how low you are. I'd say stiffer for low, like you definitely want to go stiffer on low. And if you're like a little bit like lowered, but you're not completely low, like the back end of my car, I'd say maybe go halfway stiff to half soft, so like you're like kind of in between. But it's really up to you. Yeah, it's a bouncy fucking ride. This shit, man, this thing's beautiful as fuck, bro. I love this. The white paint, the LED lights, which I have to do. I'm gonna record a video in the LED lights soon, don't worry. But besides that, I mean, this car is beautiful. Thank you, Lord. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So if anyone has any video recommendations that you want me to do, just tell me what you want. I didn't really do an outro last time, so yeah, I'm trying to do that right now. But yeah, you could just listen to the car, bro. It sucks to be low. Like, it really sucks. And also, depending on what you're trying to get, like if you're trying to get a flush look, so you want your like no wheel gap, you do want to go stiff, because if you're soft, your fucking fenders are gonna hit your wheels at the smallest little bumps, and you're gonna fuck up your car. So stiff for sure if you want to go flush on a car. And look at the fucking sun. Holy fuck, what the hell? Oh yeah, I forgot it was like some solar eclipse today or whatever. Yeah, but yeah, that's pretty much it. Damn, look at that. I'm gonna take some flicks right there. That's